Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. This one is a little bit different. It's something that I've never really done before, but we are going to give it a shot. So today we are going to be talking about the upcoming features for Season 14 of Destiny 2, the Season of the Splicer. They just released a trailer earlier today, and it's really cool, but they also updated their website to include a lot of new info. So, as you can see, the Vex have plunged the last city into an endless night, threatening the safety once found beneath the watchful presence of the Traveler. It is here, bathed in perpetual moonlight, that Ikora reveals the identity of an unlikely ally that may hold the keys to triumphing over this attack. In the trailer, we actually hear her say that this is all like a Vex simulation, and that the Vex have removed the sun in this simulation and somehow put all of us in there. The Vex are very complicated, you know, not everything they do makes sense. But our ally is Mithrax, which is the guy who helped during the Outbreak Perfected mission, whatever the mission was called to get that exotic gun. I think it was called the 0 Hour. He helped out going back to the tower from Destiny 1, and he is back. Well, back. He wasn't really ever here, but now he's here as like a main important character, which is pretty cool. He is part of the House of Light, and they basically are Elixni Fallen that are good guys. They like the light, they like the Guardians, and they want to protect the last city. The helm is getting an upgrade, which is pretty cool. Nice little room over off to the left from when you spawn in, and it seems as if that's going to be where you're going to do more of your seasonal stuff using the, I'm assuming, quest item that you'll have to charge up in PvE modes or PvP, and then you'll be able to do the seasonal activity. Speaking of seasonal activities, the seasonal activity for this season is a 6-player mission called Override. What exactly that means, I don't know. Some of these scenes in the trailer kind of make it look like, not like Gambit, but as if you're going to be picking up motes of some sort and dunking those motes in some sort of other thing. And then you get warped into Tron, which is cool. No, I actually really like this aesthetic though. It looks a lot like the Prophecy Dungeon, and it looks like it's going to be very, very cool. It just looks cool. There will also be a new weekly Pinnacle mission, similar to Presage. They don't say if there will be an exotic weapon tied to it, or a potentially armor piece, but there will be another weekly Pinnacle grind for you. There's 800 things you can do now, which is, that's pretty sweet. Pretty cool. The Vault of Glass is returning. Now, I never did any raids in Destiny 1, so I honestly don't really know what it's like. But yeah, it's widely regarded as one of, if not the best raid that Destiny's ever done, which is funny because it was like the first raid that they ever did. But that will be really cool. Venus is back, kind of, sort of, not really, just this entryway area into the vault on Venus, but maybe Venus will show up sometime. That'd be cool. Venus was a really cool planet. There are going to be new rewards as per usual each season. There's a very cool jacket, raid jacket, that looks kind of Vex-y, so that's pretty sweet. But of course, you'll have to beat the raid in order to not pay $777 million. A new raid ring, which actually looks really cool. I mean, it's not something I would wear. I don't know if anyone actually wears them, but it looks cool. So, that's nice. And a collectible pin for the new seal that will be introduced for the Vault of Glass. And armor synthesis is here. Transmog. Showing off Transmog in the trailer more times than you can physically transmog something in one season. That's cool. Also, whatever this hunter is wearing at the very beginning looks like sweats and a hoodie. And honestly, I kind of want it. Ada 1 will be returning to the tower with a quest to unlock the loom to then go through the very grindy process of killing enemies to get a currency, to use that currency to buy bounties, to complete those bounties to get another currency, and to use that currency to turn into the final currency, Synthweave, in order to convert one piece of armor into an ornament. So we will see how grindy it actually is, or if they were nice and it's actually not the worst grind ever. It probably will be, but who knows? Maybe it'll be nice. Wouldn't that be nice if it were nice? Yeah, truly. Bringing over 30 new and reprised legendary weapons. These look cool. I don't think these are old. These look very new and they look very nice. Hunters are getting a new exotic called the Star Eater Scales, allowing them to feast upon orbs of power, charging their super more quickly and making it more potent. They look very interesting, and I guess we'll just have to test and see how much more potent your super actually becomes. Titans are getting the Path of Burning Steps armor that converts solar eliminations into increased weapon damage and makes them more difficult to lock down with stasis. Seemingly the first anti-stasis armor, which will be very interesting. And it's kind of odd that they didn't give everybody some form of anti-stasis armor this season, but maybe in the following seasons more armor will come out for the other classes. And finally, the Boots of the Assembler condenses a Warlock's Rift of healing or empowering energy into projectiles that seek out their allies to bless them with noble benefits. Basically turning your healing rift into a tracking healing rift that hunts down your allies automatically. These new seasonal ornaments look really, really good for all classes, actually. The Titan, the helmet looks kind of odd, I suppose. The Warlock, I think the helmet actually looks kind of cool. But the Hunter, that whole setup right there looks really cool, especially that mask and the cape. Oh, man. And of course, the new exotic stasis sidearm, the Cryosthesia 77K, a stasis-powered sidearm with liquid cooling tech. Something interesting about this sidearm is the way it's facing in this tab makes it seem as if it's a kinetic weapon. So if it's a kinetic weapon that can be charged up and used with stasis energy, that would be very, very interesting. The gun itself already looks very interesting. I'm not entirely sure how that's a kinetic weapon because, I mean, if your magazine's here and it gets fed up where? I don't know. Who knows? Most kinetic weapons in this game make sense, but this one does not. The Splicer Gauntlet will either be the thing in our quest tab or that will be our artifact for the season. I'm unsure. I mean, I don't believe anybody knows. New Universal Ornaments, as I previously stated, they have removed armor from the seasonal rewards, and instead you are just getting the ornaments at the end of the season. More than likely because the power level cap is only 10 instead of, I believe it was a 50 grind. So maybe it's just easier to level up, and that's really what the armor was useful for. So without that purpose, there's no purpose for the armor. And of course, here is our calendar. May 11th, next Tuesday, the intro mission to start armor synthesis and the endless night of the last city begin. New stasis aspect quests if you own Beyond Light and like using stasis. And the first of the 6-player activities, Override on Europa, will start. May 14th, Trials of Osiris begins. May 18th is Iron Banner and a new Override mission on the moon. The 22nd will introduce the Vault of Glass. The 25th seems to start the weekly Pinnacle mission and a third override on the Tangled Shore. June 1st is another weekly Pinnacle. June 8th is Iron Banner and another Pinnacle. The 15th, Vault of Glass Raid Challenges and a weekly Pinnacle mission again. Another weekly Pinnacle, another weekly Pinnacle, and Iron Banner. Solstice of Heroes begins on July 6th, and Vault of Glass gets its difficulty options. August 3rd is when the Solstice ends, and another Iron Banner, and August 10th is the Epilogue, and more. This season looks to be very exciting, and right off the heels of Season 13, which was an amazingly fun season, a 6-player activity is going to be perfect. It's something that I've wanted to do, and if there's as much enemy density as there are in Battlegrounds, but now there's 6 players, it will be amazing. So that is your update for Season 14, the season of the Splicer. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you want more informative content like this and less vlog type stuff, let me know and I can do what you ask. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.